What's up guys, it's your bro Rich here again. Today in this video is now part 4 on the Mercury Cyclone. And so without any further ado, so part 4 on the Mercury Cyclone. So without any further ado, let's move on. So the next one I'm on is the Gen 4 from 1970 to 1971. So let's do it. Starting off with the first one is 1970. So here we go. So the CJ models dropped from the Cyclone lineup and applied to some of the some of the motor names. It was a motorcycle, but I thought it was a V8. Whatever. And so the CJ models dropped from the Cyclone lineup and applied to some of the motor names, some of the motor names in the series. Mercury thus featured the Cyclone, Cyclone Spoiler, and Cyclone GT. So the standard Mercury thus featured the standard Cyclone, Cyclone Spoiler, and Cyclone. So Cyclone, Cyclone Spoiler, and Cyclone GT. The Cyclones consisted of both 5.7 liter 351 and 7 liter 429 V8s. The standard V8 for the base Cyclone was the 7 liter 429, 7 liter 429 4-barrel V8 with dual exhausts that was rated at 360 horsepower. That's SAE gross. For the net is around 250 horsepower. It was the standard V8 in the 70 Mercury Marauder X100, and it was available in other full-size models. It featured a 575 CFM carburetor. Two optional motors were available for the Cyclone: the 7 liter the 429 Cobra Jets, the 7 liter 4-barrel V8 with dual exhausts but without the rammer induction systems. It was rated at a gross 370 horsepower. That is brilliant. And for net is around 305 horsepower, but a lot less, but not too bad. And had 305 net horsepower, and had a 720 CFM Rochester Quadrajet 4-barrel carburetor. The 7 liter 429 Super Cobra Jet, which was part of a drag pack option, was a 7 liter 429 4-barrel V8 with dual exhausts and a rammer induction system, but it was rated at 375 horsepower, so an extra 5 horsepower more. For an SAE gross, that's around 375 horsepower for an SAE gross. That's five more than the standard 429. For an so 375 horsepower SAE gross. For a net, it was a lot better. This time 335 horsepower. That's 30 more than the standard version. So 335 net horsepower, and had a 780 CFM Holley 4-barrel carburetor. Next is the 1970 Cyclone 1970 Cyclone Spoiler. The Cyclone spoilers for the performance-minded, with the front and rear wings, black or white racing stripes that went from front to the rear of the car, integrated functional hood scoop for rammer induction, 140 mile an hour speedometer with a 4-gauge suit, including a 8,000 RPM tachometer with adjustable red line, vinyl bucket seats, dual racing mirrors, and a competition suspension pack. The 7 liter 429 Cobra Jet V8 with a rammer induction system was the standard V8 for the Cyclone spoiler. With the 429 Super Cobra Jet version of the 7 liter V8 with drag pack and super drag pack optional, the Super Cobra Jet upgraded the block to 4 main bolts and provided a mechanical flat tappet camshaft, and the carburetors changed from a 720 CFM Rochester Quadrajet to a 780 CFM Holley carburetor. Standard with the SCJ. So standard with the SCJ's the drag pack. This pack added a front mount motor oil cooler, and a 3.91 ratio gear. While the Super Drag Pack offered a 4.30, while the Super Drag Pack offered a 4.30 ratio gear. Ratio gear, and a Detroit no spin locker differential. Colors for the spoiler were limited to these. How many there are? 5 colors. All are competition colors, so it has a competition name in those colors. So we got competition yellow, blue. Well, there's 6 actually, so there's 6 colors. Sorry. There's competition yellow, competition blue. So there's competition yellow, competition blue, pastel blue, competition gold, competition green, and competition orange. But for a premium Ford, included the color of your dreams program, and 31 buyers took advantage. Ford had intended to continue the spoiler 2 option for 1970 with an even more aggressive nose profile. One prototype was built. Next, 1970 Cyclone GT. For the sporting gentleman. So sporting gentleman that placed more emphasis in style than speed. So style than speed. There was the Cyclone GT. The base pack offered comfort weave bucket seats. There's quite a lot of parts to it. Comfort weave bucket seats, full length console, full length console, twin racing mirrors, integrated hood scoop that could be made functional for optional ram air induction, hideaway headlights, 3-pod or tripod taillights, and unique lower body line trim. The cost of all of this style was having a small block 5.8 liter Cleveland 351 V8 with a 2-barrel carburetor and a 3-speed manual as standard fare. Where's that? However, there are options, and they were good ones. So that's why they were good ones. The 4-barrel version of the Cleveland small block V8, followed by a set of 7-liter 429 CID big block V8s, up to both the Super Cobra Jet, and the drag pack, plus a 4-speed manual and a selection of automatics. Although early sales literature shows the Boss 429 as an option, the motor from the Mustang. So the Boss 429 V8 motor from the Mustang, Boss 429, so as an option. None were actually built. An oddity with the GT was the ASEP Action Special Equipment Pack, for which 953 buyers pulled the trigger. The pack included deluxe wheel covers, white sidewall tires, a vinyl roof, and most notably a bench seat, replacing the standard bucket seats. all for about a $15.60 credit. Less than 16 bucks, $16. That's not too bad. I mean, it does feel a bit steep, but still, it's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, last but certainly not the very least we got is 1971, the year the Mach 1 Mustang actually came out. So, for 71, the Cyclones marketed as the Montego Cyclone. It had some minor styling updates. Most notice so it had some minor styling updates. It had some minor styling updates. Most notables most notable was the center section of the grille, which received a larger ring in the gun sight, with the GT receiving a unique badge. The spoiler received a revised stripe pack, and the rear wings painted flat black, or just matte black technically, and the base Cyclone now had the integrated hood scoop, like both the GT and spoiler. Under the hood, things were different as well. Under the hood, things were different as well. Gone was both the Super Cobra Jet and drag pack options, and the base V8 for the base and spoiler became the M code 5.8 liter Cleveland 350 5.8 liter Cleveland 351 with a four barrel carburetor. For the spoiler version, ram air also became optional, as opposed to part of the pack for 1970. Beyond minor changes in both the color palette and available options, the 71 Cyclone line was a carryover from 1970. The Cyclone competed for buyers. So the Cyclone competed for buyers at Lincoln Mercury dealerships, or dealers, in the performance coupe segment, when it's decided to offer the Di Tommaso Pantera exotic sports car starting in 1971. All right, so that's gonna wrap it up for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.